everyone, welcome to this video on your new moon in Taurus. So great to have you here and share some guidance with you around this new moon energy. So hello everyone, welcome. I'm still getting used to this new Facebook Live layout, but I think I'm officially live now. Let me know you can see and hear me. My name is Kara, and I'm going to be sharing insight with you today on the Taurus new moon. And if you are new to me, it is so great to have you here. Welcome to the space. If you have been following me for a while, I love and appreciate your support so much. So I'm a master astrologer. I'm also an Akashic Records practitioner, and I love working with these sacred tools to really help you elevate your manifesting by tapping into cosmic intelligence. And with all the shifts, the major changes that are unfolding right now on our planet, astrology and the Akashic Records offers beautiful guidance for us on how we can work with these energies in their highest expression and really helping support us and feel into the life lessons we are being initiated into at this time. So who do I have here? Hello, Nita. Hello, Ryan. How are you? Hi, Kate. Awesome. So I'm guessing everyone can see and hear me. Perfect. I was saying how I'm just getting used to this new Facebook layout. Like it's a new Facebook Live layout for anyone else that does Facebook Lives. Obviously, you've noticed that too. So it's like taking me a little bit of time to get used to this new layout. So if you are jumping in, even if you are on the replay, share with me your new moon intentions. What are you creating in this beautiful new moon? So each month we experience a new moon, and it is this call to go within. A new moon, if we look up in the sky, it's a dark moon. It is conjunct the sun, which makes it a new moon. And it is that call to go inward and really reflect on, what do I desire to create in my experience at this time? What do I desire to manifest? And that beautiful opportunity to begin again. And it doesn't mean we don't bring all our knowledge and wisdom with us. We get to take all of that with us. It is just simply that opportunity to recommit to our intentions, what we are creating, what we are manifesting in our life. So I always love to hold that space for you. So definitely feel free to share. Marlene is manifesting financial abundance. That is so perfect for the Taurus energy. I'm going to dive into that today. And not just financial abundance, but abundance on all levels. And Taurus is a money sign. So it really is coming into the spotlight right now, how we can tap into wealth consciousness and really expand our capacity to receive in all areas, money being one of those things. So I always like to begin with where the new moon is and then branch out and look at some of the other aspects it's forming with the planets and really just feel into that energy, not only looking at the charts. I've got my chart set up here, but also any guidance that comes through from the space of the Akashic Records as well. So the Taurus energy, regardless of whether you are a Taurus or not, we're all feeling into this right now. Taurus is all about appreciating and celebrating the beauty of our world. It brings us back to the basics. And right now, where we are experiencing this pandemic, we are at home, we are going back to the basics in many ways. And Taurus really wants us to feel into that and appreciate that. The little blessings that come our way each day that we can be grateful for. It's a very embodied, grounded energy. It invites you to connect back to the wisdom of your body. Your intuition often speaks to you through your body. So the more connected you are to the wisdom of your body, the more able you are to hear your intuition. So this really is like a new moon where we are called within, and especially, again, all new moons kind of call us within, but the Taurus energy especially wants us to go inward and really look at creating a solid foundation for ourselves and for our life. So just to kind of fit into like the timeline of what's going on with the astrology, if you've been following my videos, you saw last month I talked about the new moon in Aries and how that was welcoming in a new cycle. We were stepping into a new cycle, a new beginning. It's not like we were going to have all the answers or solutions, but we were starting a new path collectively as well as in our life. We are paving a new path and really looking at how I want to show up in this new identity, who I am today. And now with this Taurus new moon, we're creating a more solid foundation for what that path looks like in our life. So really going back to, what are my core values? The situation right now that we're going through with the pandemic is a time where we can really go within and ask, what actually matters to me? What's important to me? What are my values? And is my life a reflection of those core values? Or are there certain things that I can shift and change to realign? Beautiful opportunity right now to realign with what matters most to you, what is most important to you in your life, and then go forward and create a life that is grounded in that is rooted in that. Let me know if this is resonating and what you're feeling around this. And if you're just joining me now, say hi. Thank you for everyone who shared this out. If you're called to do that, please feel free to share this out and get this information out there. If you have astrology lovers in your life or just know people are needing this extra support and this cosmic guidance right now. Manifesting financial abundance. Maria, my new moon is intention is to bring more light and vitality. Oh, I love it. Good morning, Rebecca. Great to have you here. So I enjoy even more of my life and business. Love it. Love it. Bringing more light and vitality. That is beautiful. So yes, just to go back to the new moon in Aries, which was last month, where we were setting those intentions, beginning on the new path, and now the Taurus energy is creating the foundation for what that gets to look like, creating a solid foundation. And the Taurian energy reminds us of the importance of embodying what we want to create. Like the energy behind our desires, because that's what really creates. Like when we can embody the feeling of it, we send that vibration, we send that frequency out into the world, and then it is reflected back to us. So if you want to manifest and create more financial abundance, how does that feel in your body? How do you feel when you're abundant, when you receive money? What's the feeling that creates? You want to capture that and send that out into the world. So Taurus energy really reminds us of the importance of that. And that's where it helps us connect into the wisdom of our body. So we are aware of the feelings and the energy that we are sending out into the world. So really beautiful and powerful opportunity to do that. Now, Taurus is also about creating stability. It craves security and stability. And as a collective, we have gone through so many changes in a short period of time. And we've had to adjust and adapt very quickly. But as humans, we have the ability to do that. We have the ability to adjust, to adapt, but it can be a shock to our nervous system. And that's why a lot of us have been in this fight or flight mode, but we can continue to bring ourselves back. And this Taurus moon is bringing us back and helping us find that sense of peace and groundedness within, and initiating us into this very important lesson that security, safety, and comfort are found within us. So if we're looking externally for those things, we're placing conditions on our life, and there's always going to be something going on in our life that may cause this roller coaster emotion, or we may look at it and say, I can't feel safe right now, I can't feel good because I have this situation in my life that isn't going the way I want. But if we can be fully conscious creators, which we are here to be, and we recognize that my emotions are generated internally, and I get to feel good, I get to tap into joy and pleasure regardless of what's going on around me, because I don't live conditionally. I choose how I want to live. I choose what I want to create, and I show up and embody that. That's when we really step into our power. So this Taurus new moon is really helping you look at how you can create that sense of security and safety from within instead of relying on external conditions. And how powerful is that? That serves us in all aspects of our life. And that's also when you become a really powerful manifester, because you learn how to cultivate those feelings within instead of just responding to the external. And amazing shifts happen when you're able to tap into that and really create that in your life. So that's a big thing we are being initiated into with this Taurus new moon. Quinn, hello, beautiful. How are you doing? Resonating so much with what I'm feeling for Taurus season. Yeah, we just entered Taurus season. Now we're kicking it off with this new moon, and it is, again, getting back to the basics, getting back to the little things and really appreciating them. Hey, Emer, how are you? It's a beautiful time right now to think about our priorities. Yes, Brittany, hello. Money and abundance feels amazing. Yeah, capturing that feeling, right? Hello, Leah. Yes, I agree that our safety is inside of us, 100%. Yeah, we got to cultivate that and find that within. This new moon is really helping us do that. So the ruler of this new moon, each new moon has a planet that rules it. And this one is Venus, the goddess of love, of beauty, and prosperity. So it's really helping us return to that appreciation of the beauty of our world. And we see all these amazing changes happening to the planet, like pollution going down, the earth is healing. Like, that is so amazing. And we're really starting to feel in how we are actually one with Mother Earth. We are one with Gaia. We are not separate. And when we really feel into that and appreciate that, we can't help but feel abundant and tap into abundance. Because if you look around you, it's clear we live in an abundant earth, and you are not separate from that. You are one with that. So often where we struggle, whether it's in finances or in a feeling of lack and scarcity in other areas of our life, is when we detach from that oneness with our planet. When we're able to really connect with that, we feel how supported we are at all times. We feel how we are one with the abundance of the universe. And this new moon is helping us tap into that in beautiful ways. So another invitation I feel coming in with this new moon, with Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and prosperity as its ruler, is looking at how you are personally creating beauty in your life. So since we are spending a lot of time at home right now, are you surrounded with the things you love? And Taurus rules the senses. So it can be burning essential oils, really tapping into the power of that. Like, essential oils can really shift our frequency and our energy. It can be like wearing clothes that feel really beautiful. Like, I know, and I work from home all the time, so this wasn't a huge shift in my life in terms of that aspect, where I'm used to working at home. So I know it's easy sometimes just to like stay in our pajamas and not get dressed and not get ready. Or for anyone who connects with people online or does online calls, right? We just get ready from like here up, what you can see on camera. Does anyone else do that? I'm sure. I'm sure I'm not alone with that. But really, with this new moon in Taurus, initiating us into those pleasures of life, connecting with beauty, like, take time throughout your day or throughout the week to really like get dressed up and feel really beautiful, feel really like sensual and embodied, and appreciate that. Like, it feels good when we get dressed up, right? In clothes that we love. Like, that's the Venus energy that we're feeling into. And even having spaces in your home. Like, a few years ago, I created this meditation space in my home. And when I first moved in, this corner of my home was empty. And I had one of my friends visiting, and she's a feng shui master. She's amazing. So I'm like, well, what corner of the house is this? And she said it was the wealth corner. It's like, well, I better really create the space beautifully then. I don't want to leave the space empty any longer. So I turned that into my meditation room, and it's just this beautiful space of anytime I go in, it has a certain vibe to it, like a certain energy that really like shifts my frequency and puts me into that space of relaxing or opening up and receiving or doing my intention setting. So it doesn't mean you have to like redo your whole home by any means, but just looking at how you're creating those spaces in your life that really uplift you, that support you, and that just feel really beautiful. This Taurus new moon is an amazing opportunity for that. Quinn, you're definitely not alone with that, right? Like getting dressed from here up. But I'm all about comfort, and I'm actually a Taurus moon, a natal Taurus moon. And it really is like Taurus is that energy of comfort as well, right? It's like beauty, but we also have to be comfortable. So let me take a look at the charts and feel into some of the other shifts here, the other aspects. And if you're just jumping on, say hello, share with me what you are creating, your intentions for this new moon. So we have the new moon forming a trine over to the south node in Capricorn. So this begins to add to the picture. So the south node in astrology is where we have a glimpse into our past life. So if you're studying your own birth chart and you know where your south node placement is, that's a glimpse into your past lifetimes and the talents and gifts and strengths you take from past lifetimes into this lifetime to support you in doing your soul's work. So where the moon is forming a trine over to that south node, it's also a releasing. Like, our south node is strengths we bring in, but it's also, we're moving more toward the north node, and we're releasing the shadow aspects of the south node. So this really is a change in so many areas. It's a change in how we see money, how we see finances, how we see power dynamics, and a releasing of a lot of the old ways and practices in our society that may have worked at one time, I trust they did work and that's why they were in place, but they're outdated now. They no longer fit with where we are going and what we now know to be true. So we're releasing a lot of that. We're really seeing that play out for people in terms of money and money mindset and the frequency of money in major ways. We are moving away from a paradigm of I have to do. I'm not saying everyone is there. Many entrepreneurs have shifted away from this, but more and more people are going to step into this way of seeing things. So moving away of, I have to do something I dislike in order to make money. I have to work at a job I don't like in order for money to come through. We're shifting that consciousness as a collective, and we're trusting that, no, I get to show up and do my soul's work because that's what I'm here to do, and I get to receive abundantly for it. And really looking at the source of my abundance, the source of my wealth flows through different avenues. It may flow through my job, flow through clients, but they're not my ultimate source. And this is a huge collective shift in consciousness that we are feeling into. Let me know if that's resonated. It's so powerful. And when we can shift away from that, it changes everything. And it really goes hand in hand with trusting I cultivate those feelings of security and comfort and peace and well-being from within me. And I have done so much work around my money mindset that has served me greatly. But one of the beliefs that I have always carried with me that have been helpful is that knowingness that it doesn't make sense to do something I don't like in order to receive money. I always had that belief. And in my early life, it did lead to struggle though, because I was like in my teens and early 20s, I would be in and out of jobs because I just wouldn't stay somewhere that didn't feel right for me. And the money was never a big enough motivator for me to do something I didn't like. And then the work was really looking at, well, how do I receive abundantly from my soul's work? This is my soul's calling. How do I receive abundantly for it, and tapping into that? And that's been a powerful journey. And now I love helping other light workers and spiritual entrepreneurs do the same thing. Show up and do your soul's work and receive abundantly for it. So message me if you want help with that and you're feeling that in your life. You're at this time of transition. You want to get your message out there in a bigger way. And you also want to receive abundantly and be supported for it. I'd love to support you in that and help you with that. Okay, so let me feel in. So that's the moon trining the south node, where we are releasing those patterns. Same with power too, right? Like I touched on the money aspect, which is a big thing with this Taurus energy, but it's also power. Where have you given your power away to a person or situation to control how you feel? And where can you take that back and remember that's generated from within? So powerful. Okay, and we also have, so we have that trine with the south node, and we have the moon sextiling the north node. So this is where we are really seeing an awakening of the divine feminine energy. And this is not a new thing coming in with this new moon. This really has been unfolding, the divine feminine energy showing up in bigger ways, but this new moon is bringing it back into the spotlight. Really stepping into like our goddess power, embracing the divine feminine, which expands our capacity to receive, which helps us tap into more joy and pleasure. And when you are in that energy of joy, of fun, of playfulness, you become magnetic to the things that you desire. Like that energy of joy and pleasure is very magnetic. So we're seeing an awakening of that energy. And I even think where with this pandemic, we are quarantined, we're isolated, and we're home, right? Basically is where we are. And it's that opportunity to more go within and look at how I'm nourishing myself, how I'm nurturing my spirit, and really working with this divine feminine energy in a deeper way. And of course, allowing the masculine energy to support that. So both are really coming in this year with the astrology. We've been through this awakening of the divine feminine, and now we're learning in deeper ways, what's this dance with the divine masculine and feminine energy? How does the divine masculine hold space for the feminine to really emerge and be playful and have fun and receive, and then that masculine that gives us the structure and the discipline in our life? So we're really feeling into that as well, and this is going to unfold even more as we go throughout this year, but it's coming in a little bit. We're feeling that energy a little bit with this new moon as well. Brittany, so relate to this. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. Quinn, yes, Steve and I had 3K come in yesterday from a mixture of sources. Neither of us saw it coming. It was so magical. Ah, beautiful stuff, Quinn. I love it. Everything shifts. Like, And trust me, I know, like, if this is kind of like a new thing to feel into, it may seem so out there, like, what? I can just tap into wealth consciousness and I can receive. But that's part of the shift we're going through with these upgrades as a collective. It's like, well, yeah, we're working more with energy, the power of frequency. And when I tap into the Akashic Records, it really is working within the quantum realm. It's working with energy, it's working with frequency, because we have been so used to in the past just relying on our action alone. But if we're just relying on action, we're always going to be capped in the results we get. We can only take so much action, only so much time in a day. But when we leverage energy, we're like, oh, it's just me tapping into the frequency that I want to receive and be a match to, and then things begin to unfold. And then, of course, we take action, but it's from a place of inspired action and because it feels good, not because it's something I have to do. So big shifts that we're undergoing in that area. Okay, so let's see some other aspects here. All right, so this isn't really a direct aspect, but I want to bring in this idea of the Pluto conjunct Jupiter that we are experiencing right now, because it feeds into this theme that we are going somewhere beautiful with these changes. We are in the midst of a transformation, but it is leading somewhere really beautiful and really powerful. And that's what the Jupiter energy tells us. It reminds us that blessings are always available for us, that abundance is always there for us to tap into. But where it's conjunct Pluto, it asks us to look at what I need to release in order to receive. So often we hold on to in our lives things that are good enough. It's like it's kind of working, it's good, it feels safe, it feels secure, the Taurus energy, but it's really not aligned with my true potential or what I really desire. But we have to have the courage to release good enough and to step into something greater. And that's where the releasing and the receiving comes in. So even looking at your own life where you're stubbornly holding on to patterns or ways of doing things that are just outdated, and honor that it may have served you at one time, but really being honest with yourself about whether it serves you now. Is it aligned with the woman you are becoming, with where you are going? And if not, having the courage to let it go so more blessings can flow in. And the cosmic energy right now, we're being initiated into this on a large scale as well as in our personal life. So it can really be helpful to reflect on that with these new moon energies. What am I called to let go of so I can allow something even greater in? Because we are always expanding, we are always growing. And the Taurus new moon, we're feeling this. Like right now, I think we're wanting security. We're like, can the change stop already? It's been so much change. But that's the nature of life. It's constant expansion, it's constant growth. And we actually feel best when we surrender and we go with it and we cultivate along the way the feeling, the safety within ourselves. And then we can really embrace the change a little bit more. We can embrace the growth. So that's a big theme coming in with this new moon as well. And just don't forget to enjoy the journey. Don't forget to have fun along the way. It's not just about that end destination. It's about, am I enjoying the journey of this? And this Taurus new moon is inviting you to enjoy the journey of it. To find like what you are looking for in terms of the emotion in this moment instead of needing the manifestation before you feel it. So really powerful stuff. Let me know if this is resonating. Say hi if you're jumping in. Okay, Brittany, can you say that belief one more time around not being available to make money from something you don't enjoy? Yeah, Brittany, that's interesting. And again, I've worked so much on my belief system. Like I had a lot of limiting beliefs around money I had to work through in order to receive. But one I had that I feel supported me is just not feeling like I had to do something I didn't enjoy in order to bring in money. Like that just didn't feel aligned for me. So we can all look at that. It's like, is there a belief somewhere in me that feels like in order for me to receive financially, it means I have to do something I don't like? Because that's just a belief. And like any belief, we can really dive into it and challenge it. Is that ultimately true? Are there people in the world making lots of money doing what they love? And feel into that energy and allow it to shift. Are there times in my life where I have done what I love and I have received abundantly for it? And really begin to cultivate that belief. Like anything, our beliefs are just thoughts we keep thinking, and we can practice new thoughts, and thoughts generate an energy out into the world. So when we change our thoughts, we change what we're calling in. So I hope that's helpful, Brittany. Isabel, grateful for all this change. Yeah, we're creating a new normal, and that's a theme with this new moon in Taurus as well. It's like building a foundation. Like we never can go back to the way things were. The way of the universe is constant evolution. So it's more about what's this new normal we are creating and feeling in and embracing the change. So really beautiful energies. Set your intention. I hope this served you. And if you want to go deeper with this work, I am opening up spots for one-on-one in my cosmic activation. And this is a combination of work with astrology as well as your Akashic records to really recalibrate your energy to its highest potential, fully activate your intuitive gifts. And if you are a spiritual entrepreneur and you want to tap into the soul, the consciousness of your business to create expansion, get your message out there in a bigger way, this will really support you and receive abundantly for your soul's work. Send me a message and I can give you the details on the cosmic activation. So powerful. And again, we're working with these sacred tools of astrology and the Akashic records together, which really help you rise above the fear mind, the limiting beliefs, and tap into who you are on a soul level. Connect into your higher self and really feel the power of co-creating with the universe, that you don't have to rely on your human experience alone. There is so much support surrounding you. All right, so sending so much love to you all. This was so much fun. I'm going to take some time before my client calls for my new moon intentions. And yeah, if you're on the replay, continue to share with me those intentions because I will hold this sacred space for you. All right, bye for now.